You've never seen anything like this before. The greatest medical cover-up of all time. A scandal that involves the inventor of insulin himself. One of the most profitable diabetes drugs in the world, generating a staggering $41 billion in sales for the greedy pharmaceutical companies, whose secret deal forced the inventor of insulin, a Nobel Prize-winning scientist, to bury his greatest discovery of all time, a natural alternative to insulin, found in abundance in almost all plants. It has little to no side effects and costs just pennies. It's all been hidden until now. So watch this video before I get canceled or worse. Because in it, I'll reveal how this simple, natural glucose calmer targets the root cause of type 2 diabetes, purifying your body and immediately working to balance erratic blood sugar levels. And as you'll see, studies show that the more you use it, the more it stabilizes your blood sugar. So you can enjoy all your favorite foods like bread, pizza, pasta, and ice cream without having to worry at all. This is all possible with an oddly simple and perfectly safe natural glucose calmer you can use at home right now that has nothing to do with pharmaceuticals or costly doctor's visits, and goes against everything you've been told about type 2 diabetes. You see, in the next 3 minutes and 14 seconds, you'll be shocked to discover what whistleblowing doctors and scientists from Oxford, Stanford, and the University of Brazil have proven that the hidden root cause of your type 2 diabetes and your out-of-control blood sugar levels has nothing to do with your diet, hormones, pancreas, or anything else they have made you believe. But fear not, the solution is so simple and easy it may anger you. Like I said, you'll soon find out. This simple solution was originally discovered over 100 years ago by the inventor of insulin himself. But he was suppressed and gagged and told never to speak of it. I'll reveal everything in a few minutes. So stop wasting your time treating your symptoms and fix the root cause once and for all, so you can throw your glucose meter in the trash. Eat all the mouthwatering foods you had to avoid like the plague in the past, and enjoy perfectly balanced blood sugar levels for the rest of your life, all while saving hundreds or even thousands of dollars on test strips and overpriced medication, just like over 34,500 mothers, fathers, and grandparents who have quickly and easily reversed their type 2 diabetes.
I've stabilized my blood sugar levels. I no longer fear those sudden spikes and crashes. My energy's consistent throughout the day, and I've saved thousands on medications and doctor visits. I can't believe it was so easy.
My blood sugar levels started to normalize almost instantly. Every morning I checked my readings, and the numbers just kept going down and down.
For the first time in my life, I feel in control of my health. My blood sugar levels were dangerously out of control, and now all of my worries about complications have vanished.
I've regained my energy, my health, and lost 32 pounds in the process. I feel so much better.
If you're ready to break free of your blood sugar problems once and for all, let's get started.
My name is Alan Young, and I've been a medical researcher for over 27 years. During this time, a lot of my focus has been on helping others with their blood sugar issues. And while I'm happy that today we do have some proven ways to help balance erratic glucose woes, a few years back I started feeling increasingly frustrated because when you really think about it, the whole field of blood sugar support hasn't really changed all that much since 1922. Remember, that's the year that first insulin injection was given to a human. And while it was a thrilling moment for science, it's also crazy to think about how today, nearly a century later, we're mostly still treating high blood sugar the exact same way. This got me wondering why there haven't been any advancements when it comes to insulin or blood sugar research. And while I didn't know it at the time, this question would lead me down a dark and windy road, taking me directly into the underbelly of big pharma and big business, while exposing a bizarre scientific cover-up that's been going on for the last 98 years. This cover-up has to do with that natural glucose calmer I've been mentioning, and it holds the key to a gentler, easier way to fight back against high blood glucose. For reasons I'll explain in a second. First though, I want to give you the 30-second rundown of why people suffer from erratic blood sugar in the first place. And pay close attention, because once you see how blood sugar worries and insulin struggles are tied together, you'll also be able to understand how this natural glucose calmer will be a revelation to anyone worried about erratic glucose. Here's why insulin helps prevent your blood from turning into sticky syrup. We've all heard of insulin before, but what is it? Insulin's job is to tell your cells to absorb the sugar that's in your bloodstream and to use that sugar for energy. However, when someone's blood sugar is high, It means that either their body isn't making enough insulin, or their body has trouble using the insulin they do make. And in both cases, it leads to the same issue, which is that instead of being absorbed by your cells, sugar stays in your bloodstream. And over long periods of time, this sugar buildup can damage the vessels that supply blood to your vital organs. As a result, high blood sugar increases your risk of heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, vision problems, and nerve issues. Because if those vital organs are being robbed of the blood they need to function properly, or they're being coated in thick, sticky blood, well, obviously that isn't good. To really drive the point home, imagine a container of maple syrup that's been sitting on a diner counter for the past 6 months. Probably some of the syrup has gotten out of the bottle and is stuck to the lid, and when you do manage to open the lid, you might see some buildup inside the container too, which makes it difficult to pour any syrup out unless you stick your finger into the bottle and clear it up. Can you see it? Well, that's essentially what's happening to your vessels and your organs when you continue to have high blood sugar. They become sticky, hardened, and clogged, and that's one of the main reasons that blood sugar worries are so serious. Because while the short-term discomfort of being thirsty and needing to pee are annoying, that's nothing compared to the ticking time bomb of health problems that can explode inside if sugar levels don't get better. Pretty scary, right? And that's why the discovery of insulin back in 1922 was such a game changer. Because University of Toronto doctors found that when they extracted insulin from the pancreas of a dead dog, then purified it and injected it into that young man, Leonard Thompson, it helped his cells to absorb sugar properly and saved him from dying. That's a big deal. But at the same time, we can't ignore the fact that young Leonard did still die from his diabetes 13 years later. And while you'd think we would have made some major improvements to insulin in the past 90 plus years, shockingly enough, today, when a 55-year-old man has been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, the total amount of time he can expect to live can still be as low as just 13 years. And the news isn't that much better for young folks either, because even when you're diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at the young age of 15, you can still expect it to rob you of at least 13 years of life. That sucks. And it's scary to think about too, because no matter if it's you personally who struggles from zigzagging blood sugar levels, or a spouse, a parent, a child, or a friend, it just doesn't seem fair that erratic glucose levels should steal away so many years of precious life, so many years of memories, of hugs, or conversations, of birthdays, of Christmas mornings, of reunions, vacations, and getaways, that it could lead to so many years of not feeling like the best version of ourselves, the version that wakes up each morning energized and excited to meet the day. And yet for too many of us who suffer from blood sugar woes, that's exactly what happens. Suddenly, at some point in the not too distant future, we find ourselves having the most difficult conversations of our lives. As we look our loved ones directly in the eyes and with streaking tears begin to say our goodbyes. It's unacceptable, especially considering that today we're the wealthiest we've ever been. And we have the most advanced science we've ever had. So what the heck is going on? Well, like I said, that's the question I set out to answer, by exploring ways that insulin and blood sugar management could possibly be improved. At the time, I had zero idea where this search would ultimately take me, and I never could have guessed that I'd soon stumble onto one of the most controversial, hushed-up discoveries in all of science. It was first discovered in 1923 by J.J. Collop, the same University of Toronto scientist who gave Leonard Thompson his shot of insulin the year before. You see, after Collop discovered insulin in animals, he turned his microscope to plants. And that's when he noticed something unexpected. In virtually every plant and vegetable he looked at, the green tops of onions, lettuce leaves, green bean leaves, barley roots, beet roots, and more, Collop observed the presence of what appeared to be insulin. He decided to call the substance he discovered glucokinase. And in 1923, he published a monumental paper titled Glucokinase, a new hormone present in plant tissue, where he laid out all of the evidence for his discovery, including the results of multiple studies he had conducted where glucokinase was given to animals with high blood sugar, and their levels rapidly stabilized and improved. That was in 1923. And for the next 2 years, the scientific community accepted glucokinase without any issue. It was referenced in numerous studies as a way to support healthy blood sugar. And it seemed like, going forward, there would be at least 2 options for those with high blood sugar woes: insulin, taken from the liver of euthanized dogs and other animals, and glucokinase, a substance extracted from nearly every plant on Earth. But that's not what happened. After 1925, virtually all research on glucokinase stopped. And I'm not pointing fingers here, but I do think it's pretty coincidental that, starting in 1923, a fledgling pharmaceutical company named Eli Lilly convinced the Toronto scientists to give them a monopoly on insulin, so the company could begin selling it to the public at a profit. The moment that happened, Eli Lilly sales skyrocketed, and today they're one of the largest pharmaceutical conglomerates in the world, with over $24 billion in annual revenue. So, were Collip and his colleagues bought off by Eli Lilly and then told to stop talking about glucokinase? No one can say. But I can tell you that almost immediately after signing away their discovery to Eli Lilly, Collip and his 3 colleagues shared a Nobel Prize. And it doesn't seem too far-fetched to think that Eli Lilly probably didn't want glucokinase to be common, mainstream knowledge, especially since this natural glucose-calming substance can be found in virtually every plant you can imagine. While insulin is expensive and hard to produce, unless you're a big corporation. So if hearing all of this makes you feel perplexed, alarmed, or downright mad, I get it. I could feel my pulse pounding as I realized all of this, especially since today, glucokinase isn't even mentioned in most organic chemistry or biology textbooks, while they devote entire chapters to insulin. And meanwhile, type 2 diabetes meds are a $43 billion industry, thanks in large part to how much money we spend on drugs like insulin, along with metformin, a drug that definitely has some benefits, but that also comes with potential side effects that are so extreme, it has its own black box warning from the FDA, which is their strongest warning. Because if your body and metformin happen to not get along, it can hospitalize you in under an hour. And that's on top of the fact that the FDA just issued a massive recall on metformin in June of 2020, after it was found that metformin from 5 different manufacturers contained high levels of potentially cancerous chemicals. And I don't know about you, but I have a hard time getting excited about insulin or metformin, especially when they secretly keep you on a hamster wheel for the rest of your days, leading to more injections, more pills, more doctor visits, higher dosages, higher insurance premiums, and on it goes. And at the end of it all, you still face dying 13 years earlier than non-diabetics, which is a pretty miserable outcome if you ask me. But of course, you might be wondering, well, what other choice do I have? And for a long time, the answer was none. But recently, all of that has changed, all thanks to the discovery of a natural plant-based way to calm your blood sugar woes fast, which was accidentally rediscovered by Brazilian scientists during a routine laboratory exercise. It was in the early 2000s, and scientists in Sao Paulo, Brazil were looking for insect-resistant properties in plants when they made a startling discovery. You see, the scientists kept sending in the plants they were studying for DNA sequencing, but the results they were getting back didn't seem to make sense. They kept finding strands of DNA in the plants that were similar to insulin. It had these scientists really scratching their heads, but after dozens of meetings and countless hours of research, the scientists ultimately accepted that there was only one explanation. They had rediscovered glucokinase, the same green glucose-calming substance that Collip had first discovered back in 1923. It was a discovery that sent shockwaves through the scientific community, and before long, a new wave of research was taking place in laboratories across the world. Pretty much everywhere, in fact, except in the United States. And there was an explosion of findings, all showing that there were certain fruits, flowers, and vegetables that appeared to be extremely effective at keeping healthy blood sugar levels in check. For example, in a 2002 Brazilian study, scientists found that an insulin-like substance extracted from Brazilian orchids led to a significant reduction in blood sugar in their test subjects. By 2012, researchers in India had found a list of at least 68 additional plants with insulin-like properties. And in 2017, researchers in Mexico City took extracts from 14 common plants to their region and found that every single one of them had a blood sugar supporting potential. Plus, each of the extracts helped to support the beta cells too, which are essential for insulin production. It's truly astounding. And with new findings pouring in on a nearly daily basis, I started to think that maybe my work was done. After all, the ingredients in these studies were all entirely natural, and the results were the same. And since these were plant-based extracts and not a drug we need Big Pharma for, surely it was only a matter of time until these new options were made available to the American public, so that almost every single adult in the world would have a new chance when it came to their blood sugar. Something that was gentler on their bodies, yet quite potent. Well, it turns out I was very naive, because that's not what happened. Instead, even though more and more research has been coming out about the glucokinnin-rich properties of various fruits and vegetables, I'm still not seeing anyone bringing this information to the general public. Instead, these findings remain locked away in research laboratories or published in elite scientific journals that normal folks don't even know exist. And meanwhile, 79,535 people keep dying from their blood sugar worries in the US each year, while pharmaceutical companies like Eli Lilly continue to rake in record profits. I have nothing against corporations, and I am pro-business, but when I realized that the pharmaceutical giants are ignoring all of this research, it really made my skin crawl, and here's why. They're playing right into the stereotypes we all have of them. I mean, I can't tell you for certain that the reason glucokinnin disappears from scientific literature after 1925 is because Eli Lilly wanted it that way. I can't sit here and say for a fact that Big Pharma wants to keep you on their prescription merry-go-round forever. But man, when you look at all the evidence and the fact that they keep ignoring some of the most exciting breakthroughs in blood sugar science, how can you not start to feel a deep, dark sense of cynicism? Why should these Armani suit-wearing CEOs keep bringing home $20 million a year bonuses, while everyday folks like me and you continue to say our early goodbyes to the ones we love? It just doesn't seem fair, especially when you think about how it's normally us taxpayers who end up funding the biggest scientific discoveries. But then, instead of being thanked, these discoveries get packaged up and sold to us at astronomical prices, with no regard to whether we can afford them or not. It's ridiculous. I mean, thanks to recent scientific research on potent health-promoting plants, we now finally have a new option in the fight against erratic blood sugar levels. Yet the mainstream media isn't talking about this. Nobody is even making a list of these plants available to you, and I hardly see any scientists standing up and saying, "This is wrong." Well, that is not okay. And that's why glucokinnin specifically, and blood sugar supporting plants in general, became the #1 focus for my team. I told them to make a comprehensive list containing any new plant-based ingredients that were proven to help support healthy blood sugar levels. And after analyzing thousands of ingredients, my team initially came to me with 57 compounds that showed great promise. We could have easily gone public with the entire list right then and there, but I still wasn't satisfied. Instead, I told my team that I didn't want ingredients that had a few studies. I needed the absolute cream of the crop, ingredients with so much hard science behind them that even if you showed them to the most brainwashed scientists on Big Pharma's blood-tinged payroll, they'd have no choice but to acknowledge the science behind them. I worked my team day and night on this, until ultimately they were left with just 11 special ingredients. Ingredients that are considered to be the most potent when it comes to plant-based blood sugar support. And right now, I'm going to share each of the 11 glucose-supporting ingredients with you, the ones that allow your health to make a remarkable and rapid comeback while balancing your blood sugar quickly and naturally, while significantly reducing your risk of all forms of disease. All of them backed by hard science from top universities and leading research centers. Here are all 11 miracle herbs, so that you can see exactly why this is so revolutionary. Breakthrough ingredient #1, Solomon seal extract. According to herbal lore, Solomon seal got its name when King Solomon placed his seal upon the plant after discovering its health-supporting powers. Amazingly, its root even resembles the Star of David, hence the name Solomon seal. It's been used in Eastern medicine for thousands of years, and while scientists have known about Solomon seal amazing healing properties for centuries, it was only in 1930 that Hedwig Landgecker, a rogue scientist hiding from the Nazis during World War II, discovered this herb's amazing effects on supporting blood sugar, a discovery she immediately attributed to the herb's high glucokinnin content. In fact, there are over 200 scientific studies showing its amazing ability to fight erratic glucose, and every month that number is going up. Before long, I'm positive Solomon seal will be a household name. And when you look at the incredible science behind this natural glucose calming super ingredient, It's easy to see why. Solomon seal is shown in studies to support a marked improvement in insulin within 4 hours of taking the first dose. In a model of blood sugar support, subjects given Solomon seal saw significant impact in blood sugar support in just 4 hours after taking it. More staggeringly, in studies on human cells over 12 months, Solomon seal was also found to enhance antibody production and support the immune system too. The reason why Solomon seal is so effective is because it contains natural insulin sensitizer properties that manage insulin production in mammals. Now, I know we often hear how this or that ingredient is good for us, but it's actually very rare for an ingredient to be scientifically proven to support blood sugar in so many studies and be traced right back to the days of King Solomon. Solomon seal is one of the rare exceptions, but it's just one of 11 head-turning star ingredients. Breakthrough ingredient number 2, shepherd's purse. This is another amazing plant that's been used for centuries to support insulin levels and maintain sugar levels in the body. It's loaded with free radical-fighting nutrients that not only help support the healthy functioning of the pancreas, allows more of the food you eat to be turned into energy instead of being stored as body fat, boosts the immune system, and is even shown to help the body break down antibiotic-resistant superbacteria like anthrax too. Incredible, right? If you just took these 2 amazing ingredients alone, they could help transform your body and health in a matter of weeks. Yet they're not the only impressive ingredients we found. Breakthrough ingredient number 3, lycium berry. This glucose-supporting wonder plant first caught my attention in 2015, when a group of scientists conducted an experiment on 67 patients with erratic blood sugar. The doctors conducted a randomized, double-blind study, the gold standard in medical testing. And each day after dinner, these people were given lycium berry for a period of 3 months. The results astounded the medical community, because on average, patients' blood sugar levels were improved by 51%, and insulin production improved by 345%. Why is lycium so effective? Scientists believe it's because it contains a nutrient that increases the amount of GLUT4 in the body. GLUT4 are tiny sensors in the bloodstream that instruct your body to release insulin. The more GLUT4 we have in our body, the faster we can turn the calories we eat into energy that powers our body and helps us move around, instead of storing it as fat. So obviously, the more GLUT4 we have, the easier it is to keep our sugar levels healthy, and the quicker it is to lose weight. So are you starting to see what makes these ingredients so unique? Not only do these powerful plants support insulin production and healthy blood sugar, and each one of the ingredients supported by proven clinical research and science, but they also increase calorie burning, so you have the opportunity to lose weight, gain more energy, and feel better too. It's the ultimate 1-2-3 knockout punch. Now, even if I stopped there, with these 3 ingredients, it would still be one of the most potent, effective, guaranteed ways to optimize sugar levels. But as I mentioned before, I'm not just trying to lower blood sugar levels a little bit. My true intention, my obsession, is to create something so good that it can't even be compared to anything else available today. That's why we discovered 8 more proven glucose-supporting plants to protect Americans from every possible angle, including bellflower root, which contains platycodin, a plant-based nutrient that supports blood sugar by blocking carb absorption in the intestines and suppresses weight gain by boosting glucose metabolism. This ingredient was recently featured in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, where doctors tested it on patients and found it supported both glucose and cholesterol levels significantly within 30 minutes after taking the first dose. Eleuthero, to help with insulin issues so the body can improve erratic blood sugar and insulin spikes after meals. Astragalus root, to improve sugar metabolism and increase weight loss. Licorice root, to fight erratic blood sugar levels and promote a healthy inflammation response in the body. Milk thistle. In one study, it improved insulin resistance by 20% and achieved a 100% patient satisfaction success rate. Schizandra fruit, to help manage healthy blood glucose by blocking sugar absorption in the intestines. White mulberry leaf extract, to help slow the breakdown of sugars in the gut, so they are absorbed more slowly into the bloodstream, keeping sugar levels under control. Wild yam extract, which contains a nutrient called disocoretine, which is shown in studies to support blood sugar levels and improve glucose metabolism. Each of these ingredients are so good, they should be front-page news. And when combined, they work synergistically to balance blood sugar levels in just days. Listen, you can go out and try to get these ingredients by yourself, but I can tell you from experience, having searched for suppliers over the last 2 years, that finding these specific herbs used in these studies is extremely difficult and very expensive, because to get the absolute best results using this cocktail, they need to be ultra-grade in their most bioavailable form, grown in ideal conditions, free of pesticides and toxins, and mixed together with the perfect dose of each ingredient for maximum results. Fortunately, getting access to this kind of premium herbal supplement is now available because after more than 2 years in the lab, my team and I are pleased to announce that we've created a breakthrough new formula. Something that contains the purest and best forms of these herbs in existence. It's called Plantsulin, and it represents the next generation in blood sugar science. Plantsulin is the breakthrough that finally brings a new blood sugar support option to everyone. And inside every single capsule, you'll find the 11 most proven ingredients known to science. Ingredients that can support your body's production of insulin through the natural power of plants. Even better, when combined, these ingredients can also help with calorie burning and energy levels too. In essence, each capsule is like having your very own glucose calmer in the palm of your hand. And in a moment, I'll show you how you can try Plantsulin risk-free at practically no cost so that you can stop worrying about sugar levels getting out of control, stop obsessing over gaining weight and eating the wrong foods, stop feeling like you're running out of energy to do the things you want to do in life, and start living and enjoying your life, eating delicious foods every single day. Imagine what it would feel like to suddenly realize you can enjoy carbs again, like pizza, pasta, and lasagna without worry. Not to have to worry about gaining weight anymore as your body burns calories like a furnace, filling you with more energy to do the things you love, inspiring your family and friends. That's what Plantsulin was designed to help you do. There are absolutely no fillers, preservatives, and no artificial ingredients, and every single bottle is manufactured right here in the United States, in a state-of-the-art facility that follows all FDA and GMP safety standards. Finally, nature's own blood sugar answer is available in a bottle in your kitchen cabinet. Just one single, easy-to-swallow capsule taken 2 times a day is all you need. You can take one with breakfast and one with dinner. It doesn't really matter when you take Plantsulin, just make sure you take it. Because once you have this natural plant-based breakthrough in your hands, it's like you can feel all of your health markers improving. Your cravings vanish, your low moods disappear. And once your blood sugar is under control, it's as if a huge weight gets instantly lifted from your life. You may even find that you can go back to eating the foods you enjoy, rather than having to study every product label and agonize over whether to have dessert or not. And because insulin is directly responsible for turning fat cells into energy, it's like all the untapped fuel that's been sitting inside your body finally gets unleashed. First, you notice it in the mirror as calorie burning increases. Then you might even notice your body changing shape or slimming down. But what's really impressive is the overwhelming increase in energy. Energy that lasts and lasts, actually stays with you, allowing you to live a long, healthy, wonderful life. There are already thousands of people across the US right now who swear by Plantsulin, and you're going to hear from them in just a moment. But first, here's the label so you can see every ingredient inside Plantsulin. Nature's greatest insulin support breakthrough in the palm of your hand. So at this point, you're probably asking how you can get your hands on Plantsulin for yourself, along with how often you need to take it for the best results. To be honest, I wish it was easier for folks to gain access to this breakthrough because, as I've mentioned repeatedly throughout this report, my goal is to make Plantsulin available to every American possible, especially those who are 50 years of age or older and who've been struggling with erratic blood sugar issues for some time now. Yet, while that's my goal, the truth is that because every single bottle of Plantsulin needs to be produced in a pristine state-of-the-art facility, then kept fresh through a special proprietary encapsulation process, which only a few manufacturing facilities in the world are able to do, it can take a very long time to produce every single bottle of Plantsulin. And because Plantsulin really works, and there's nothing like it available anywhere else, pretty much everyone who tries Plantsulin keeps asking for more of the stuff, because they never again want to worry about blood sugar zigzags or excessive weight gain or having a foggy brain. Plantsulin is also becoming extremely popular with many in the health profession, which is amazing, but it puts even more of a strain on production, especially since it takes up to 3 months to custom create each batch. And as a result of the fact that Plantsulin is expensive to manufacture, it takes up to 3 months to produce a single batch and keep selling out, I frequently don't have any Plantsulin available for the public, but That being said, I also don't want anyone to stay awake each night worrying about blood sugar issues, which is why in the next few moments I'll share how you can get your hands on brand new bottles of Plantsulin and how you can try it risk-free as part of our breakthrough new pilot program. But first, let me answer that other question. How much Plantsulin do you need to take? That's simple. Just take 1 capsule 2 times a day for at least 30 days. The reason it's important that you take Plantsulin for at least 30 days is very straightforward. While the 11 plant-based ingredients go to work pretty much immediately, what all of those clinical studies have shown us is that the longer you take each of the ingredients inside Plantsulin, the more your body can benefit. For example, as you saw in one study, taking Solomon seal, the #1 ingredient inside Plantsulin, most people saw insulin production improve within 4 hours of taking the first dose. But you also saw that in another major study, taking Solomon seal for a full 12 months was shown to boost the immune system and increase production of antibodies too, which is another important factor for those of you who want to live longer, healthier, more energized lives for years to come. So it just makes sense to keep taking Plantsulin day after day, month after month, especially with the astronomical prices Big Pharma are charging for their blood sugar support products. For example, in 2009, the price of a 10 milliliter vial of Eli Lilly's Humalog insulin cost $93. But today, the same vial now costs $275, almost triple the price for exactly the same product. Isn't that criminal? And all the other big manufacturers have hiked up their prices too. While the most Plantsulin costs is a few pennies per day, more on that in a second. And this is why so many experts are recommending that you choose at least 3 bottles of Plantsulin at a time, and 6 bottles if you want to be completely safe. Then take it for a period of at least 90 days. That way you can absolutely guarantee that you've done everything you can to support your blood sugar, lower your weight, and keep yourself safe. Across the US, people who were once worried about numb toes and fingers, amputations and blindness, people who were finding life so hard just to work out what to eat each day without disrupting their sugar levels, are calling Plantsulin a gift from God. And today, this is your golden opportunity to join them. Julie Thompson writes, "My husband is 57, but feels like 30. And no longer having sore feet and sleeps well. He has seen drastic improvements in his blood sugar levels that have even shocked his doctor. He was supposed to go through surgery due to his feet being swollen, but no longer has to. God bless." Michael Lane writes, "After years of medication, my blood sugar is lower due to Plantsulin. My feet ached so bad I could barely sleep. The pain is drastically reduced now. Thank you." Brenda Roth, who writes, "I just purchased another 6 bottles. It works great, and I have been telling everyone I know who has this problem how well it works. Truly a miracle." Those testimonials you just heard are only a few of the hundreds I'm receiving each month about Plantsulin. And you should know that this plant-based insulin-supporting breakthrough is only available on this website while there are supplies in stock and I'm able to keep this report online. The truth is, there are many in big medicine who hate what I'm doing. They planned on making trillions, yes, trillions of dollars off people like us as we grow old. And they view Plantsulin as a major threat, something that could take away their private jets, their yachts, their exotic beach homes, that could make them find a new career path altogether. I'm trying to fight these people and their lawyers off, but it's an uphill battle. Which is why, if you're here right now and there are bottles of Plantsulin in stock, it's vital that you don't put this decision off. Using Plantsulin really can feel like you've just found the mystery switch for blood sugar management, weight loss, and long-lasting good health. Something that lets you wake in the morning confident you can enjoy your day and eat the foods you love without issue. Every day you take your Plantsulin capsules is a day where you have the chance to be free from worry and to be free from the hassles of constantly pricking your fingers and checking your sugars. Instead, you might be able to enjoy a slice of pizza with all the trimmings, or a cold beer on a hot day, or a glass of wine with your spouse. And when you consider that Plantsulin really was designed to help make all of this a reality, you can probably understand why my board of directors was adamant that I set the price of this breakthrough at $249 per bottle, which honestly, I think is extremely fair, especially considering how much it costs to acquire the rare ingredients in Plantsulin. And yet, while I know that we could charge $249 for a bottle of Plantsulin and I'd still sleep soundly at night, This isn't about making a profit for me or my team, which is why if you decide to take action right now and say yes to the scientific miracle that is Plantsulin, you won't need to spend $249 a bottle or even $149. That's why instead, by taking action today, you can order Plantsulin for just $69 per bottle. And that's actually just the start. You see, because so many of these studies show that the longer you take the ingredients inside Plantsulin, the more you could benefit from them. And because so many people have been ordering multiple bottles of Plantsulin at a time so they can share them with their family and friends as well, me and my team have created an even deeper discount program. Right now, when you stock up on 6 bottles of Plantsulin, you can get it for as low as $49 per bottle. So click the 6-bottle package or any other package you choose below this video right now to secure your order. You'll also get free shipping today when you order the 6 or the 3-bottle package, which is a $19.99 value right there, along with a free digital copy of my best-selling book, The Truth About High Blood Sugar, which has helped over 200,000 people balance their blood sugar levels the natural way. And your order today also gives you access to over $297 worth of free recipes, guides, and resources in my private VIP client area. But both the free shipping and these bonuses are only available to you here on this website today. So you really do need to act right now. All orders of Plantsulin also come with my 60-day 100% money-back guarantee. This is really important, and here's why. Every day I hear from folks all over the US who say that taking Plantsulin is like having your own army of sugar seekers, standing guard all over your body, keeping your weight under control, ensuring your energy is high, and watching over all of your health markers 24/7. And while I'm absolutely sure you too will feel the same feeling of relief, assurance, and confidence once you try this scientific breakthrough, I also know that in today's society of big promises and over-the-top hype, talk is cheap. That's why I want to put my money where my mouth is by offering you the opportunity to try Plantsulin for yourself with absolutely no financial risk whatsoever. It works like this. Simply click on one of the packages you see below and start your order, and claim your own supply of Plantsulin right now. Then, when your order arrives in just a few business days from now, I want you to tear open that box, grab your first bottle, and start using Plantsulin every single day. I'm positive that once you do this, you'll feel and see the difference Plantsulin makes right away. And after you've taken Plantsulin for the next few months, you'll never want to go another day without this amazing blood sugar supporting breakthrough. But if for any reason I'm wrong, if you aren't head over heels in love with your experience with Plantsulin, then don't pay a dime. Simply call or email my award-winning customer service team and we'll refund your purchase with no questions asked. That's every single penny back to you. And the only reason I'm able to offer such a bold guarantee is because I'm confident you will be blown away by what life feels like using Plantsulin, and that you'll become a loyal, rabid customer for life. Still though, isn't it nice knowing that you have nothing to lose? You've seen the science, you've seen the studies, you've heard from everyday folks who have restored their health thanks to the power of Plantsulin and all the benefits it gives you. Yet you still get a full 60 days to decide if Plantsulin is right for you. So go ahead and click the button you see below right now and choose your package of Plantsulin while there are still supplies in stock. What happens next is entirely up to you. This report is now ending, and ultimately the choice is yours. You can ignore everything you've seen today. The incredible studies showing that the ingredients in Plantsulin can help support insulin and blood sugar almost immediately, with many people reporting amazing results from the first pill they take. And right now you have the opportunity to join the thousands of folks just like you who have already said yes to Plantsulin and who are opting out of Big Pharma's money-grabbing plans. While fighting back against the blood sugar issues so many people in their 50s and 60s end up going through for the rest of their lives. These folks are deciding that they want to age younger and healthier instead. And now it's your turn. But in order to join these folks, you need to take action today. That's your first choice. Your other option is to not take any action at all, to instead click away from this page and go on with your day. If you make that second choice, there's no hard feelings, and I wish you all of the best. But just think about what life will be in a few months or even a few years from now. Imagine the next time it's late at night and you're awake in bed staring at the ceiling, the intense craving to eat carbs or something sweet making your mouth water, the constant need to pee, all the fears and anxieties of old age racing through your mind. Won't you think back to this moment, when you had the chance to claim your very own supply of Plantsulin at a huge savings while there were supplies in stock, and feel just a little bit of regret that you didn't try this breakthrough risk-free today? If the answer is even a maybe, then I would strongly urge you to make the smart decision and say yes to Plantsulin right now. Get started now just by clicking the 6-bottle package or any other package you choose below this video and claim your supply of this cutting-edge breakthrough while it is available to the public and while I do have bottles on hand. Your decision today is covered by a full 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So you truly have nothing to lose and an entirely new outlook on the future to gain. Ultimately, the decision is yours, but I trust you'll make the right choice by clicking on one of the packages you see below this video right now and placing your order. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I can't wait to hear about your success with Plantsulin. Once again, I'm Alan Young. Frequently asked questions. 1. What is glucokinnin and why is it so important for supporting blood sugar? Glucokinnin was first discovered in 1923 by J.J. Collin. He was studying plants one day and discovered that in virtually every plant and vegetable he looked at, there appeared to be an insulin-like substance. He decided to call the substance he discovered glucokinnin. When Collin and others gave glucokinnin to animals with erratic blood sugar, their levels rapidly stabilized. But then, after 1925, research on glucokinnin disappeared for many years. Fortunately, all that changed in the early 2000s. And since then, research has found that many common plants truly do have potential to support healthy blood sugar. That's why I created Plantsulin, to take 11 of the most exciting and proven natural blood sugar supporting herbs, fruits, and vegetables and blend them into one single capsule that can help to support healthy blood sugar levels no matter if you're 19 or 92. 2. What else can you tell me about Plantsulin? Plantsulin is made right here in the United States in a facility that follows all good manufacturing practice guidelines. It's manufactured in an FDA-registered facility with rigorous regulations. We also have our formula tested by an independent third-party laboratory to ensure that what's on the label is really inside. There are absolutely no fillers, preservatives, and no artificial ingredients, making this an incredibly pure yet highly effective breakthrough in blood sugar support. 3. How long will Plantsulin be available to the public? That's hard to say. My goal is to get this breakthrough in Plantsulin to as many Americans as possible, especially since Plantsulin presents such a revolution. And since Big Pharma has tripled the prices of their blood sugar supporting products, my plan is to make it available to every American for just pennies a day. Yet, while that's my goal, there are a lot of powerful people out there who hate what I'm doing. And I know they'd love nothing more than to shut me up by getting this website taken off the internet. So between the fact that I'm making a ton of enemies and that each bottle of Plantsulin can take up to 3 months to manufacture, I simply cannot guarantee how long this site will remain online or will have bottles in stock. Which is why if you're ready to experience the incredible benefits of Plantsulin, it's important that you do take action today by ordering your supply. 4. How does the guarantee work again? When you click on one of the options at the bottom of this page and get your supply of Plantsulin today, you're covered by a full 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. This means that if you change your mind about Plantsulin for any reason, just call or email my friendly customer service team and we'll refund your entire investment in Plantsulin, less shipping, quickly, and with no questions asked. So there's no risk for you whatsoever. 5. Okay, I'm ready to order Plantsulin. What now? It's easy. Just click on one of the packages you see beneath this video and place your order. Our 6-bottle package is by far the most popular option because of all the added savings you get. But no matter which package you choose, the moment you place your order, we'll begin rushing Plantsulin out to you. Then, once you've received your order in a few short days from now, simply start taking this little plant-based blood sugar breakthrough each day. And I'm confident you'll be amazed by just how different you look and feel. Plus, as I just mentioned, this is all covered by that 100% money-back guarantee. So go ahead and place your order now. That way you can experience the power of Plantsulin for yourself right away. Thank you once again for joining me here today. I'm Alan Young.